Hey everybody, Barry at CTech-review. I've got some good news for you. Hot off the press. This is the second one of these now we've had in the last few hours. Some rumors are flying right now. There may be some discounts coming, specifically around offering employee pricing on some of the different General Motors vehicles. They're following suit just like Stellantis, just like Ford have done in the last 24 hours. This is great for people that have been in the market and wanting to try to capitalize on a deal. We might be in that spot right now. The rumor that's flying right now is there's going to be employee pricing offered to all on some General Motors vehicles with some exclusions. I think we're going to see more on this next Monday. With that being said, what could this look like? It's probably going to look very similar to what we've seen with Stellantis and what Ford has done. And I hope General Motors even does a better job of how they roll this out. Ford basically replaced existing incentives with just employee pricing for everybody. Ram, Stellantis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep took a little bit different approach. There was the existing discounts, and then there are the new discounts, the employee pricing. They give people the option. What I like about that is, in some cases, the old incentive plan is better, but it's based on your unique situation. And I think that's really cool. They're not just throwing this blanket across to everybody. They're allowing people to pick and choose what works best for them with the vehicle they want or what applicable discounts they get. We'll be curious to see what General Motors does. Generally speaking, I didn't think GM would actually offer some discounts, because if we look at the first quarter results, they actually did pretty good in their trucks. Trucks were up best in class for year over year sales. Ford was down a little, Ram was down. Their EV sales were up. So I'm sure there will be some exclusions, but right now we don't have firm details on what this specifically will look like, but we can kind of take a guess at what we've seen in the market. Where it's going to be really interesting is vehicles like this right behind me. Some of these smaller Buicks are actually made in China. And we know with things taking place right now in the global trade and everything, there could be some different tariffs and additional taxes with vehicles coming in the future. And we don't totally know how this is going to play out. I think everyone's trying to figure this out right now, but it will be interesting. Some manufacturers like Stellantis, they're actually offering a deal where if you order a vehicle today, they will price protect you regardless of what it looks like in 2, 3, 4 weeks time if there are additional costs or inflation. That's a good thing. We saw manufacturers do this back in 2020 during COVID as well. So that'll give people a peace of mind that, well, prices go up, you're protected. If prices go down, there's probably going to be additional discounts. So that's a great thing. I'm sure they'll offer some exclusions, like they're probably not going to offer discounts like that on like a ZR1 or maybe like some of the AEV models, or I'm not really sure, because we've seen what Ram did, the 2025 Ram HD, the 2025 Ram 1500 RHO, they're excluded from the employee pricing discounts. Ford did similar. Ford excluded the 2025 Raptor. Excluded all Raptors, excluded the 2025 Super Duty, the 2025 Expedition, and the 2025 Navigator, Lincoln Navigator, because Lincoln is also able to get some of the employee pricing. Another thing Ford did is the Mustang Dark Horse variant is not allowed. So it'd be kind of cool for those people on the fence. You're a GM person, you love their vehicle lineup. This would be fun. Maybe we're gonna see some really good discounts. I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see it a situation where trade value goes up for those people that have a vehicle that's in good shape and it's worthy of a respectable trade. It'd be nice if there was a deal where you get a big bump in your trade value as well as getting the discount. That's where I think you're going to see a big movement in the marketplace. As more rolls out on the GM situation for discounts, I will for sure share with you guys. And I'm actually going to show you guys what the General Motors website looks like at the moment.
So this has been the big news for the past 24 hours, as we've got everything else in the world going on with pricing and all craziness with global markets. Stellantis joins Ford in offering customers employee pricing discounts following the tariffs. And this is an article on Detroit News where it kind of talks about the parent company Stellantis. I know some people get upset at me how I say that. I apologize. Is offering some discounts through the end of this month. It's going to be interesting because it looks like General Motors is about to follow suit. And I just read an article. If we Google search this topic, we will not see anything around this. Here's an article on Reuters that just posted 21 hours ago talking about General Motors to increase truck production in Fort Wayne, Indiana plant following the tariff. So this is kind of interesting. This is one of the things that's really great, that General Motors has the ability to shift production around in different plants. Not all manufacturers have such an ability to manufacture vehicles in Mexico, Ohio, Indiana, Canada. I mean, General Motors makes these trucks in so many different plants. Ford makes F-Series, really like 2 plants. They got a third one coming that was going to be starting in Canada. And then Ram, the light duty, it's only made in Warren Truck in Michigan. So Ram will not be impacted by this, but General Motors can shift production from their Mexico facility and just ramp up to offset some production to the GM plant in Indiana. So this is good news for those people in Fort Wayne. And it looks like if this happens, this would add 225 to 250 jobs for Fort Wayne. So that's really great news. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out next week. So at the moment, this is what it looks like on Chevrolet.com. You go over, you can just look at different vehicles. Let's pull up trucks just to show you guys. HD, view inventory. There's really just a focus on college students and recent graduates. There's only a $500 discount. If we go into shop, let's see current offers. Really, the only thing you'll see is like a Costco discount, Silverado EV. There's not a ton out there. Yeah, let's look at the Silverado EV. Some lease deals. Man, it's not a bunch. Let's go. Here we go. Trucks. 1,500 leases, truck of the month. I mean, this is a pretty good deal. $289, $3,000 due at signing, but not seeing a whole lot of other big discounts.
But it would be pretty nice if they did. Imagine getting $15,000, $20,000 off on one of these Yukons. We will see. Time will tell. With that being said, I'm curious, what would you guys like to see on a discount? I know a lot of people like to see $100,000 SUVs be 40 grand, but realistically, what actually makes sense with some of these discounts? And even more so, this is a comment I see down below a lot. People are pissed at dealers saying they've been gouging people, this, that, and the other. Not trying to disagree with that because I've seen instances like that as well. But where do you think the pricing generally stems from? Is it the manufacturer or is it the dealership or is it combined? Because I've seen interesting things from both sides of this. It will be interesting to see with the discounts if they do offer employee pricing, because vehicles like this right here are made in China for Buick. A lot of the little Buicks are actually, if we see around here behind me. And if that's the case, will we actually see some of these discounts come, or are they going to try to price protect like Ram and Ford have? So we will just have to see what happens with the market. Hey, I hope you guys enjoy this video. As this updates, I will keep you guys abreast. Thanks for watching.